Cancer. My name is Audrey Allison, and this is your December 2013 horoscope / taroscope for the month, your forecast. It's great to be here again. Thank you so much for subscribing and for sharing these posts, this YouTube post, and just for being very supportive. Thank you. There's a lot going on in this month. Let's start it off. Well, first of all, I want to say please check out your rising sign as well for these YouTube forecasts, because your rising sign determines where your first house lies, and it's just more accurate for the transits, but it's still accurate for your solar scope as well. So let's start it off. On December 2nd, we have a new moon, 10 degrees Sagittarius, and Sagittarius for you is in your 6th house, and this is of daily routines, daily work, health, and responsibilities, how you're spending your time each day, Cancer. So having a new moon here would be a great time to set your intentions on how you want to fulfill a regime or a regimen or a routine for this month in your health, a health routine, or how you want to divvy up the time you're spending in a day. The 6th house is the only house that covers day-to-day responsibilities, hour to hour. So you have to really come up with a new plan, and it seems like it's time for you, Cancer. I'm going to pull a card. I know that I usually wait, but I'm getting the pull to do so. So let's see what I get. Temperance, balance, beauty, timing, patience. This also, gosh, this is the card, Temperance rules Sagittarians. It's the major arcana card that represents Sagittarius. And in the top of the month, we've got 3 transits happening with Sag. First of all, the sun starts out here illuminating your 6th house, shining into that sector of health and daily routine and daily work. On the 2nd, the new moon, 10 degrees Sagittarius, the card of Temperance, goes into that 6th house. And also on the 4th, Mercury goes into Sagittarius, into the 6th house. Now, Mercury is the planet of communication, technologies, writing, speaking, publishing, and short distance travel. Going into that 6th house, you could be communicating to others about implementing this plan of yours, this daily routine, and maybe writing it down to convince yourself and to make it an absolute steadfast regimen that you follow. Also, oh, I like this song. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but I've got my reggae on in the background, but this is one of my favorite songs by Don Penn. Anyway, on December 7th, Mars, the planet of action and feist and aggression, goes into Libra in your 4th house of home and family and foundation. You could be irritated at home around the 7th and going through some of December. Now, when I say these dates and these transits, it's not just exactly on that day that it's implemented. It means it's the planet's starting to rev up at that time. And, you know, it lasts through that transit. But Mars in your 4th house could be impatience with the home or the people in the home. Now, I'm not getting difficulties. Well, obviously everyone goes through plumbing and all of that kind of situation, or irritating, you know, household chores or things that break down. But I'm getting the environment itself. You could find yourself just looking around and getting really frustrated with where you are. That's Mars in your 4th. And with maybe your family, you're not willing to be as understanding at this time, or you're impatient with them. You just want them quick and going, and kind of you want things to go as they normally would. And you might feel a little stifled in that area. Now, on December 12th, Jupiter, who has been in Cancer, 18 to 28 degrees Cancer, is trining Saturn. Trining is a good thing. Saturn in Scorpio, 18 to 28 degrees. Jupiter's also retrograde in Cancer since the 6th of November, and that is in your first house of self. You have Jupiter with you now, Cancer, the planet of abundance, and he'll still be there with you through July of 2014. So it's probably good that you're getting this 6th house activated in regards to getting a daily routine of health and workout routine going on, because with Jupiter in your first house, you could put on some pounds. Also, he will expand your ego, in the first house, your ego, your sense of self, your personality. It's Jupiter in your sign happens once every 12 years, so you want to take advantage of it. It's a blessing. He's very lucky as well. But now that he's retrograding in that, it's a good time to get your regimen in order. I can't stress that enough. I've also purchased these astrological cards that I was drawn to, and I want to pull a couple regarding this transit that I just spoke of because I'm feeling it. They're planetary and they're also zodiac signs. Ooh, well, it's the card of Leo, which is representative of the sun. Isn't that beautiful? I love these. Represents the sun, which I'll get into in a minute because the sun will be transiting signs into Capricorn on the 21st of December this year, into your 7th house. Okay, I'm ahead of myself. On the 17th, we have a full moon, 25 degrees Gemini, and this is in your 12th house. Your quiet spiritual house. A full moon, Cancer, this is the last one of the year. It brings things to an end. This is the last full moon of the year to bring the whole year to wrap it up in a nice tidy bow and to tie it up. Tie up all your loose ends. And in your 12th house of secrets, you'll be doing so very quietly and very spiritually. You're going to hone it in on this full moon, which is beautiful. And you might not be as expressive at that time. Even though it's in Gemini, it's affecting your 12th house of just quiet stillness and your still, secretive inner being. On the 21st, we have that sun transiting into Capricorn in your 7th house of relationships, marriages, partnerships, whether they be business or emotional or relationships. With a significant other. The sun changes signs every month, but this transit, I'm getting an intuitive feeling for you, Cancer. This transit, oh, I know what they mean. Okay, Capricorn is your opposite sign. I know I must look crazy when I hear things online or when I'm recording, but Capricorn is your polar opposite, and it's across from you on the astrological wheel. It's 7 signs from you. So this is your relationship. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of Cancers were hooking up with Capricorns at this time or just drawn to their energy in general. It's such a natural place to be, and it's such a natural energy to draw in as well if you're with a Capricorn or a Capricorn rising. On the 21st, we also have Venus retrograding in Capricorn in that 7th house through the 31st. Now, Venus, the planet of love and money, since she governs both Taurus, possessions and money and finances, and Libra, beauty, self-beautification. Since she governs both, there's a huge chance that you could be incorporating money and beauty into your relationships. So you might be doing more things buying more gifts, possessions for the loved one, expressing yourself through beautiful objects, artwork. Could be going to museums. This is through January 31st from December 21st through January 31st. Venus, even though she's retrograding, it doesn't mean she's taking these things away from you. It just means you're more reflective about them. You could be buying for for Christmas or holidays, whatever you're celebrating, Hanukkah, whatever holiday you are spending on, you're going to be very emotionally and sentimentally attached to beautiful and expensive pieces for you, Cancer. Maybe small, intimate pieces, but that means so much to your loved one or people who you regard as in relationships with you in your life. On the 24th, Mercury is switching signs, is transiting signs again into Capricorn. Mercury is making up for lost time last month in the retrograde, and he decided to change signs twice in 1 month of December. So he's going into Capricorn in that 7th house again of relationships, partnerships, marriage, just such a very committed, beautiful sector for you. I want to pull another card for you, Cancer, because I'm getting that energy. Also, just want to say Mercury being the planet of writing, publishing, communication, and short distance travel going into that 7th house. You could be taking short trips, which would make sense around the holiday time for you, Cancer. As well, and possibly even writing about them or journaling about them. And if you are creative, you could be singing, expressing, painting, having books published at this time, and communicating about the holiday experience for you. Oh, whoa! I just pulled this, Temperance. So yeah, that card is coming up twice for you, and I shuffled this whole deck twice. Gosh, okay, so Temperance is that Sagittarius activity in your 6th house at the first half of the month. I guarantee you, Cancer, you are working out, you are having an eating plan put into shape. Your health, your well-being, and your daily routine is immaculate right now. And you're going to have the stamina to go forth and see that through because of Mars also being very active for you. Even though it's in the 4th house, I'm sure everyone in the home is going to get on this meal and diet plan with you. And if they're not, that's when they're going to see the fiery Mars come out, because everyone's following suit here, Cancer. And if they're not, they got to find another place to live. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have a beautiful holiday too, Cancer. My name is Audrey Alison, and I do private readings all week. So you can find me at audreyallison.com if you'd like to book with me. I'd love to read for you. And you can also find me on Facebook at Audrey Allison, Astrology and Tarot. Have a sweet holiday, and I'll see you next month. Bye.